Hey buddies, I want to paint you a little picture. I can almost picture the meeting at Microsoft in which they said, "Gentlemen, we all know that piracy loses us $73 trillion every minute. Those pirates, those economic terrorists, are a scourge on our industry and, frankly, America. However, have we been broad enough with our definition of pirate? Did you know that there are children that go to school every day with their backpacks full of pirated games? Well, legitimately bought games. However, the moment they take one of those games out and pass it over to their buddy on the schoolyard right before the bell rings, letting go to a weekend of fun-filled gaming on their Xboxes, they're taking home another copy that does not belong to them. In fact, they will probably spend that entire weekend finishing the story, coming back on Monday, and giving it back to their friend, who will then pass it to another friend who will play that at home that weekend as well, the next weekend. This is the doomsday scenario that I'm trying to paint for you, in which if we, as consumers, allow Microsoft to think that this is okay, and hence, if Microsoft is successful at this, Sony will follow suit. They're a corporation. If they see this as a profitable endeavor by Microsoft, they're going to probably do the same thing eventually. This is a call to action. This is political. In my opinion, the winner of the console wars, if you want to dub one, is the guy who makes the most money. And the guy who makes the most money, like in politics, is like votes. He becomes the president of that industry. Microsoft is the president right now, and they are trying to set a policy. They're trying to put forth a law that trading, lending, giving games away that you already played or owned or installed on your system is now piracy. Basically, that's what it really boils down to. And if this is allowed to happen, if we re-vote Microsoft into office, then those policies will stand. And everybody down the line is going to follow those laws. And those laws, once profitable, will never be overturned. I guarantee you that. And that is the crux of this. This is why this is such a dramatic moment in gaming, in the gaming industry, for gamers and consumers. I'm not being overly dramatic here. I'm sure I'm painting a scenario which probably never happened, but not those exact words, but I really do believe that to some extent that is what they are trying to portray going forward. And like the frog in the pot of boiling water, where the temperature slowly raises to the point where he's dying and he doesn't even know it, consumers will be acclimated to this if it is allowed to go forward and we stop being loud about it. Right now, the mainstream media is reporting this as a positive day for gamers. They're saying it's a great day for gamers, a new system on the horizon. It looks like we know what the kids will be asking their parents for this holiday season. Don't let this happen, guys. Keep loud on this. Stay loud on this. Don't let this be an echo chamber. Tell everybody you know. Tell the people that outside of gaming, who don't read all the blogs, who don't stay up late at night or early in the morning to watch the debut press conferences. The ones who just have heard that, I hear people are a little bit angry about something, but it's a new Xbox and I like Xbox. Don't let that happen. As a positive side note, I would like to hear your stories. What things have you done in the past that apply to you, that have reflected positively on your experience as a gamer, that will now be impossible under Xbox's ecosystem? I'll give mine. I already said this one on the show when we just debuted, that Earthbound is coming over here to America, to the Americas, to everybody, to this generation. Earthbound is coming, and I can remember going to a Babbage's. This is like a bittersweet tale, because I went to a Babbage's and traded in my Earthbound and was able to get my copy of Chrono Trigger. And although I am so sad that I don't still own that original copy of my Earthbound because of sentimental reasons, and I said on the show that it's kind of like my Rosebud, my dying wish will be for someone to go find that and bring it back to me, somehow track down that original copy that I owned, as battered and beaten as it probably was when I traded it in. And I received Chrono Trigger. After I finished Chrono Trigger, I traded that in probably within the same summer, I think. Maybe it was the next year, but traded that in, got I got Final Fantasy 3, and if it wasn't for trading in other games, I wouldn't have never gotten Final Fantasy 7, and all of the games that I don't have time to play nowadays because I don't have the time to play through epic 40-hour stories, but the ones that I saw as the greatest value to me as a kid who wanted nothing to do but sit inside all summer and play video games. And I keep on thinking that that is the guy I'm fighting for, that little frash who was trading in games, but go beyond that. Look at now, today, I keep forgetting that Ben, one room over, can, under Xbox's new policies, I can't take a game that I just played on the show and pass it to him because he wants to play it in his room. I can't do that under this system unless I give him my login to my Xbox Live account, which is against the rules under their terms of service anyways. That would technically be a bannable offense if they were to find out, which they wouldn't. But the point is, that's not allowed. In addition to that, we give our games from the show to like Becky's nieces and nephews. I send games back home to my little brother sometimes for his Xbox. All of these things that are built into the initial payment, the initial cost of the game when you buy it. The residual, it's called residual value, that adds value to the initial cost. That's why a debut game is $60. They take into account that you're going to be trading it around or reselling it, or anyways, that I'm gonna probably make a separate vlog for all that. But let's fill up the comments with that. I want to hear your experiences as a gamer that will now no longer be allowed under Microsoft, and if you think that this isn't true, post quotes directly from Microsoft. I'd love to see them that indicate anything otherwise, that this isn't how things are going to go. My greatest wish right now is that we will be so loud and so uppity, frankly, about this, that Microsoft will backtrack by E3 maybe, or at least by the holiday season, and they will go back on all of these policies. Let's hope that Doomsday isn't true. Thanks for watching, buddies. I love you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of our rage and fart-filled Xbox One reveal episode, which has just gone up today. See you later, pals.